Hey everybody, welcome to LegendBTV, where legends go for music discussion, comedy, and more. And today we're talking about the latest album from Anderson East called Encore. This is the newest album from singer-songwriter Anderson East. So basically I was searching on the iTunes page and I found this album and I thought, well, might as well review it, right? And previous to this album, I listened to his single Girlfriend, which is this really nice blend of being funky, jazzy, and just downright catchy as heck. It's a really nice upbeat love song about Anderson having to deal with the fact that he's in love with somebody else's girlfriend. Anderson's great delivery really elevates a pretty repetitive song into just being a real anthem, honestly. It becomes more anthemic and less tedious, boring, and annoying it would be to hear the song as repetitive as this. But it's really repetitive, but it's really refreshing as well. Not to mention the instrumental solos at the end of this track are just downright excellent. You gotta hear this one. So after one great single, I was kind of looking forward to this album. I was like, you know, how did it turn out? Well, to put it to you guys straight up, I think this album's great. A really emotive singer-songwriter record that has a fun mix of upbeat songs as well as mid-tempo songs and ballads, so it's a fun mix. This album also features a nice variety of instruments all across this thing. There's trumpets, violins, organs, pianos, guitars, oh my! And even more instrumental accompaniment, oh my god! The lyrics all across this album depict the ups and downs of being in love, and it's really quite touching in places. Like the excellent ballad, House is a Building, probably my favorite track here. Not only are the lyrics really sweet, the pianos and jazzy instruments form together to make something truly great, and towards the end it swells up into something just fantastic, and then it has a jazzy little brass solo that's just really special, like dang. Let's also discuss Anderson himself on this album. I feel like this album's very personal to Anderson. I feel like whenever I listen to these lyrics, I feel like I can really hear them from him. I can feel like these are literally songs about his experiences in life and how he feels. There's just so much passion and power in his emotive delivery, especially like when he ups his power and like really excels his vocals and really gets high and sings really hard and gritty and everything. I feel like he really excels the songs and really just make the music all about him in a good way. For the most part, the delivery on this record is pretty much almost flawless. A slight nitpick on this record for me on the delivery is, unfortunately at times I do feel like he is over singing a bit, and you can hear him like squeak or voice crack a few times, and unfortunately that does kind of like bring the record down a little bit. It kind of takes me away from the record whenever I hear that. I'm just like, it wasn't really a great note. And I mean, of course, I'm not really judging him saying he's a bad singer. I'm just saying at times I feel like he kind of over sings or like maybe brings a little bit too much firepower in terms of the vocals. But hey, I mean, that's only a very, very, very minor nitpick. Really, let's move on. But back to the songs themselves. The track Somebody Pick Up My Pieces has an incredible ending where it really ends with all kinds of pianos and guitars and everything. And his incredible falsetto vocals really come in for a really special ending to this great track, honestly. It's one of my favorite songs on this album. And it's also just so powerful too. You can feel the emotion in this one. In contrast to that, Sorry You're Sick is one of the more upbeat songs on this album. It's kind of got more of a groove, more of a snap, and I can definitely endorse that change of pace. I definitely love the mix of upbeat tunes as well as emotional ballads because it really keeps this record flowing nicely. I also love that the ballads on this album don't really get boring or sound bland because there's plenty of instrumental diversity and dynamics to this album, which I feel like a lot of ballads lack. A lot of times they just strip the instrumentation down completely to where there's nothing really to complement the vocalist aside from just them. And while there are a number of singers who do ballads that have incredible voices, I feel like without a good instrumental backing them up, the ballads just feel kind of weak to me. And I feel like really when the instrumental swells up, of course I don't like ballads that really drown out the performer, but I do like when the ballads provide a nice instrumental to really complement their vocals, to really make it sound even prettier than it already does. And I definitely feel like Anderson definitely excels at that on these ballads. I mean, a lot of them are really great. So yeah, Anderson provides great delivery with excellent tunes to back it up, so I can definitely endorse this. The track If You Keep Leaving Me is a beautiful one as well. The light percussion, the guitar melody that isn't drowned down is able to shine alongside Anderson for this beautiful emotive performance about how he will still keep loving you even if you leave him so many times again. He will still love you. This is the type of track I feel like you have to go through so much pain and you have to kind of like been there before to really excel and express as good as he does on this track, and I feel like he's really been that way with somebody, and I feel like, you know, that's really tough, because, I mean, I kind of get that. I've kind of been there before. Yeah, it just sounds so genuine. How she keeps leaving him, and he still keeps coming back for more, even though she may leave him again. The final track on this album, Cabinet Door, judging by the lyrics, depict if him sitting there pretty much fantasizing about how it would be if he was older and his wife, Miranda Lambert, were dead. And he's sitting there alone, missing and reminiscing about the times they had together. And it's really quite descriptive and sweet. The song is incredibly descriptive, like pretty much to the letter. You know, how their kids are, how the dogs are, frickin' Braves games of all things. Man, how much more descriptive can you get, man? Accompanied by light piano melodies, a sad yet effective tone, and of course, the great delivery make this track an excellent way to end the album. Overall, I was definitely satisfied with the newest from Anderson East called Encore. I'm gonna give this record an easy 8 out of 10. Definitely a recommendation. I would check this out. This is probably the first really great project I've heard so far in 2018. And that's not to say that I have heard all the records this week, so don't get me wrong. But if there's records you think I should cover, maybe review, drop them down below in the comments. If you want to like, subscribe to the channel, there's going to be more, not just album reviews, other things too coming this year. Lots of stuff coming this year. So thank you all for subscribing. I'm hoping to hit 1K sometime. That's my next subscriber goal. Anyways, thank you all for watching my video. Comment your thoughts down below.